What really goes on behind the gates of the Scientology headquarters in Hemet? Tonight you'll hear the stories about physical abuse, 100-hour work weeks, and punishment by imprisonment.
Now from the desert's news leader, KESQ News Channel 3 HD at 11.
A group of activists is taking on the Church of Scientology right here in Riverside County. Last night we showed you the account of the Church of Scientology's former marketing director and how he says workers inside the church are being abused.
News Channel 3's Nathan Baca joins us now with the second half of this interview that you'll only see on News Channel 3. Nathan.
Tamara, tonight we talked to the man who launched the 1980s marketing campaign to sell the best-selling Scientology book Dianetics. Jeff Hawkins speaks out for the first time, only on News Channel 3.
100-hour work weeks, pay 50 cents an hour, physical abuse, and punishment by imprisonment. Since our News Channel 3 investigation into the Church of Scientology began, nearly a dozen former church members came forward to tell us their accounts of what happens inside the church's world headquarters in Hemet. Jeff Hawkins was the church's former marketing director.
It's a combination of fear and faith, because anybody who's in Scientology is there because they believe. It's a very fundamentalist sort of cult. They believe that the teachings of Scientology are the only way to spiritual salvation. So they feel that they have to toe the line, otherwise they will not be saved spiritually.
But if things are so bad inside church headquarters, why don't people just leave?
Technically, they could get up and they could walk out and nobody could legally stop them, but you don't know that. And you are kept under watch by security people 24 hours a day. And the entrances are all guarded and nobody is allowed to leave.
This 2005 police report describes a time a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy responding to reports of people driving by Scientology headquarters witnessed several men fighting. The deputy met Mark Headley, who claimed he wanted to leave the church and said the guards prevented him. The guards claimed they were just concerned for Headley. Headley was escorted to a nearby U-Haul center. One of the guards followed the deputy. The deputy warned the guard to back off. Headley is now suing for years of back pay. The Church of Scientology has its own intelligence department. It's part of the C organization. It's called the Office of Special Affairs. Documents show how they use church e-meters to question those suspected of wanting to leave the Hemet headquarters.
And I was received what they call security checks, where they go on and on. What have you done? What have you done? What are your crimes? What are your crimes? And they just go on for, and I had this for weeks, for about 6 weeks of just every day. What are your crimes? What are your crimes? What have you done? What have you done? And so when they try to guilt you into backing off. But I finally said, I'm out of here, I am leaving. And people ask me, why did you stay so long? But the fact of the matter is, in order to leave, I had to leave all my friends, I had to leave my wife, I had to leave my job, I had to leave my religion, I had to leave my entire life as I had known it for the past 30 years, and go out into a world that I had been told was hostile and dangerous, because that's what they tell you inside, with no money, no job, no house, no friends, go to a strange city and just start my life anew at 58.
The church's full response is on our website. There's a 45-minute interview uncut with Scientology spokesman Tommy Davis. Now, coming up next week on News Channel 3, we will have more former Scientologists speaking out, including one woman who said that she spent years at a Scientology labor camp, and also the eyes of the world, in fact, are opening up to what's happening here in Riverside County. Just last night, Australian national television, Channel 7 out of Melbourne, aired part of our interview that you saw first on KESQ. They aired it last night on Australian national television. So, you know, world media is starting to open up to this and really starting to get some attention on this.
A lot of interest in this.
And you've had emails from all over the world, too, after people have seen the stories on our website.
That's right. Yeah,
okay.
we've received emails from all over the world, many of them from former Scientologists, some of them actually from inside the Scientology community. We've been receiving emails from both sides. Just really getting a sense of wondering where this investigation will be going. We'll be having more next week.
Okay. Thank you, Nathan.